I'm continuing with the demolition of the upstairs bathroom. I had the guys pull the plaster and lath down on this wall, which is here on the other side of the hallway, and that wall we're looking at, and some of that back wall. That plaster there in the middle of the frame is pretty hard stuff, and I figured, well, okay, I'll just work around that and leave that there, and I'll just recover this area of lath with some 3/8 drywall and put that wall back together. And then I'm just going to salvage, they don't look too bad, salvage the wall, exterior wall here, and maybe patch that hole in the ceiling there. But the big problem with this bathroom is yonder electrical sub panel, and we can't have that in a bathroom. So what I'm thinking is I'll shorten this space by about 2 feet and make a closet area back there, move that toilet up about where that trash can is, and then we'll have a sink here as you enter the bathroom. We'll put the tub roughly where the old cast iron tub that I had 4 guys carry out, and then that back corner will be part of the closet, and I'm going to put in a small electric water heater to get a little more instant hot water, and that'll be fed by the main hot water heater, but so you're not running water forever to get hot water up in here. And the kitchen is on the other side of this wall here, so I figure I can supply the kitchen hot water, the sink, and the tub with the small hot water heater. And but I'm pulling up this particle board that was down here, and that's almost as bad as the pulling up the masonite, except that masonite had hundreds of nails in it. I'm still finding nails that I missed, and this is at least not that bad, but this stuff it just breaks up so much easier than that masonite. You just end up with a bunch of small pieces of dust where it got wet along the side of that tub, for instance. But I'm going to pull out the baseboard on these 2 walls yet, and the trim over here, so that when I get ready to drywall it, I'll have that all taken care of. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to probably pull up this old flooring and put down 3/4 inch underlayment plywood. Hopefully there's enough of this flooring that's still in usable condition that I've got places in both upstairs and downstairs where outlets have been cut in and since removed, or gas lines or some otherwise unidentifiable holes. So I need to try to find a source for the flooring to do that. So I'm thinking maybe I'll take this out, and besides that'll give me an idea of if there's any rot. Anytime there's water, there's possibility of rot, and or chewed up floor joists from plumbers doing idiot work. But yeah, that's kind of the plan at this point. I'll continue pulling up as much of this flooring as I can until I get around that toilet, and pull down the base, pull the baseboards, the rest of the trim up, and at some point I'll just have to bite the bullet and cut the water lines in the basement, cap them off, and start removing all the old plumbing and take the toilet out, and get the rest of the floor pulled up and put back down, and then we can go from there and see how we're gonna get everything piped up, and we're gonna probably do PEX, keep the cost down, and but yeah, that's kind of the plan for this space here. And I'm gonna lower the ceilings too. You don't need 9-foot ceilings in a bathroom. That way it'll make the space a little cozier and a little easier to keep warm, hopefully. So that's a plan for this space. And when I get a little further along, I'll give you an update on it. I've managed to pull up, cut along this line here, and then pull up all the original flooring, some of which is right there. So I've got plenty of that to salvage. And then I've got some plywood. This first batch is nailed, screwed down, and this piece here for the time being is just laying here. But I needed to get this opened up to get access to the old plumbing rather than try to work from below here. And what we're looking at there is actually the top of the ceiling tiles and the drop ceiling of the kitchen. And so I'm trying to do all the work that I can before I create a hellish mess. I have to move everything out of the kitchen, pull down all these panels to be able to work from underneath and put in the new plumbing, new drain lines and new supply lines. But so I've managed to demo all the PVC that was put in, which was then tied into the cast iron over here, and that's there was a toilet bend there for the toilet connection, and then that came off and went through and then turned to PVC. But the Jackassery plumbers just chopped the hell out of these floor joists, and so you can see I've managed to square up some of the wood and then make a filler piece to fill in there. I've got this all kind of squared up now, and I've got the piece cut to width, and now I just got to cut it to length and then get that screwed down here on this floor joist, and they'll be somewhat back normal. But they just chopped the heck out of this and then scabbed odd pieces of wood, some from doors, that just, you know, it was just jackassery work. It's just unbelievable. So the goal here then is to get rid of the cast iron, and this goes through the wall, tees, and that goes down to the basement into the drain in the floor, and then it comes up with cast iron. The vent comes across, goes up, and then goes back and goes out. I need to demo most of that cast iron, and that's from the other side, from the closet on the back room there. But that's another project. Found a carbide grit blade for the reciprocating saw, and that it's a little slow, but it does cut through that cast iron. Rather than me invest in a cast iron snapper to cut the cast iron, a tool that I'd use, on this one project and then hope to never use again, and I didn't want to spend the money on it. So anyway, yeah, we'll get this last piece fit in here. Then I can cut the plywood to lay down here, and then I will move on. I've changed my layout slightly. I think what I'm going to do is move the toilet just a little closer to the air vent there. Put the closet in the corner here to cover that up because of some dimensional requirements for closet around a panel, I guess. But we'll get that. We'll move the toilet a bit. There'll be some open space in that corner, and there'll be another cabinet to cover up that little water heater I mentioned. And maybe I'll put some more closet space in that corner there too. But we'll see. Get this done, get the floor underlayment cut and laid, so I can start start framing walls on either end of where the tub will be, and as I mentioned, the sink will go here, and eventually I'll get this thing all put back together. So we'll get back to you as things are a little more exciting to look at. Best laid plans of mice and men, right? Big change from the last bit of video I shot. The floor's all down. Framing for the tub's all in place. There's some cabinets gonna go there. Sink's gonna go there. Got all the wiring done. Got the fan light assembly in the tub. Plumbers came in and put all new PVC drains and PEX water lines, and as a the silly electrical panel ends up being in the room anyway because of space constraints to get the tub and space for the little electric heater. It only takes 5 seconds to get hot water to the kitchen, and probably less for the tub, and about the same to the sink once it's put in place. It's the closet for the hot water heater, and then be putting the door in here and closing that off. And at some point I suppose there'll be shelves put in here for towels and whatnot. Towel rod on this back wall. I changed my mind and got rid of all the old plaster and lath and just went with the drywall, and did the same thing with this exterior wall. After looking at it, I decided to just pull down the plaster and put up drywall. It's almost there. As you can see from the last segment, we've got pretty much everything in. The last thing that will be done is the tile around the tub, but floor down, the toilet went in, as you saw the sink. Got put in, hooked up, and got the baseboard, final baseboard down. We go into the corner here. Our closet with the hot water heater. A little hook for hanging your robe or whatever on. So it won't be long before it's all done, but I'm probably gonna just wait now. I've got so much other work I got to get done that I'll towards the end of the whole project I'll probably do the tile around the tub and get it all finished off. So yep, looking good. Moving on.